So right now, just days remain before Chicago's ShotSpotter contract officially ends. It ends on Sunday, but supporters of keeping this crime-fighting technology are mounting pretty much a last stand today in the hopes of outmaneuvering Mayor Brandon Johnson and his allies who want this technology gone from the city's streets.
Leading that charge today is 15th Ward Alderman Raymond Lopez, who hopes to force city council members to hold that special meeting on the subject. He joins us now. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
We appreciate it. First question, quite simply, do you think enough of your fellow alderpeople will show up for that special meeting at 2 o'clock if ShotSpotter is not taken up in the regular council meeting?
The special meeting is following the general meeting, which everyone will be in attendance for. So I think people will already be in the room. It'll just be a matter of whether or not they have the political will to stay and do what is necessary and what 70% of Chicagoans want to see continue in the city of Chicago, which is gunshot detection technology. This is about saving lives, not just detecting gunshots, but saving lives. Sending aid to those individuals who've been shot when no 911 call has been made. And the mayor is sticking to the script. He is not backing down. He ignored the order we passed a few months ago saying that we wanted to keep this in the city of Chicago. Even though we routinely issue orders to the administration, he's choosing to ignore this singular one, putting people's lives in jeopardy. So now we have to go this additional step to try and force the issue even further to allow the director of the Public Safety Administration to be able to enter into and maintain these contracts for this kind of technology and other things moving forward.
You said we, as in a group of you. How many of you are in line with keeping it?
Well, a few months ago, 34 aldermen out of 50 voted that ShotSpotter should remain in the wards and police districts where it currently is. We have several members who called for the special meeting, and I think that we will have a majority of the members present, as well as members voting to keep this technology.
And what do you say to the mayor's claim that this is ineffective, that it's not helping, that it's costly? What do you say to him with that?
Well, there are a couple things wrong with what the mayor is saying. First off, the mayor doesn't understand this technology. It's not a bunch of walkie-talkies on sticks. This is very sophisticated technology that can detect the location of where shots have been fired within 3 feet. It also gets first responders, police out there 3 minutes faster than a 911 call. And more importantly, this helps save lives. Now, this technology is about detection, not prevention. It's an aid that allows us to send help when it's needed, just like a doctor's exam. And if we applied his same logic, then none of us would get checkups because they don't necessarily stop sickness from happening.
So even if, let's say it comes to a special meeting, city council meeting, and there is a vote, and let's say the vote goes in favor of keeping ShotSpotter and circumventing the mayor's wishes, the mayor does not have to abide by that vote, though, does he?
At some point, the mayor has to abide by the laws that the city council puts in place. These are ordinances that we are passing. These are orders and directives that we are giving as a legislative body. And choosing to ignore that is going to set us on a very interesting legal precedent where the mayor is basically saying that the city council, the legislative branch of government, does not have authority over him, and that is not the case when it comes to the laws of the city of Chicago.
It's very possible too, though, Alderman, that people after the regular meeting could just leave and you won't have enough people to even conduct that.
That is possible.
That's happened in the past.
I mean, that is possible, but I would not want to be that alderman that decides that life-saving technology is not worth their 5 minutes of time.
Okay, we'll see what happens for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Alderman Raymond Lopez, thanks for being with us here on the show.
Thank you, ladies.
We really appreciate your time. Hope to check in with you again in the future.